We're talking about the singles, all right? You know I'm a single mama and I'm ready to mingle. And we've got lots of singles in the building today to talk about their experience. And we've also got the queen of relationship talk back again. Chanel Scott is gonna help us find that one, all right? So you'll stay tuned for that. Now, I think one of the reasons why it's taken me a while is, you know, sometimes guys just can't take a hint.
Huh?
Hey, you out with your girlfriends right now?
No, I'm just at home.
Okay, little homebody. Huh?
Yeah, my house is empty.
What happened? Did someone steal all your belongings and possessions?
'Cause my roommates are out.
Oh, that's an entirely different circumstance.
Yeah.
What are you doing today?
You tell me.
No, I don't know what you're doing. That's why I'm asking. Why did you ask me if I know?
I mean, no particular reason.
Okay, that's what I was trying to establish. I believe that's where the miscommunication came from.
I saw your story. You look good today.
Oh, thank you. I wanted to get dressed up. What in particular made you say that?
I mean, just kind of the overall package, I guess.
Oh, package, like UPS. I get it. So, what are you doing today?
Just trying to make plans for today, but I kind of don't have anything going on. So unless you had any ideas.
Oh, certainly. I have ideas about how you can enrich yourself today. You could take a walk, read a book, take a bath.
Okay.
Yeah, you could take a bath alone or go to the new museum exhibit.
Would you want to come with me?
Oh, no, I'm allergic. I'm allergic to exhibits. But I'm about to get my hair cut, then go to church, then see my mom, and then hang with the boys.
Take me out! Oh my gosh, take me out! You know, sometimes you just gotta be, you know what? No, all the time. You have to be direct. But you don't want to be too direct. You don't want to cross into that masculine energy like Daniela here.
You see, with dating, women need to be in their feminine energy. Like, you can't be masculine energy. Like, you have to just be receiving. And a masculine energy would be like chasing after a person. And it's like, maybe I'm a dude, honestly, because when I like someone, I'm like, hey, like, I'm right behind you, pass the baton. Because it's just like, if I like you, why can't I message him first? Why can't I DM him? Why can't I be like a little coming on a little too strong that like it kind of scares him away? Like, why can't I do that? And everyone's like, no, girl, you have to be like receiving and just like he'll make the plans and like initiate things. And it's like, may I? I would like to catalyst this. I would like this to speed up. Whereas the enzyme mixture, because I could help. We could just both do it together, you know? And my friend's like, no, like, it's just like, wait. I'm like, wait it out. I'm like, I'll come to you. I'm tired, okay? I'm not patient. And I'd rather just like come to him, you know, and then just keep on coming.
Okay, we got Chanel Nicole Scott, the queen of relationship talk, back again with us to talk about all these single matters. But let's first introduce our panel of singles. We got G-Made, we got Nushin, friend of the show as well. We've got Kevin from Salt and Pepper Gang, and y'all know my work bestie Jen in the house. Let's start with you, Kevin.
Okay.
What has it been like out here as a single man?
Difficult.
Okay.
Being present in social media, in the public, it's very difficult to get organic connections. So I try to, the most important things that's happened to me in my life have happened to me when I wasn't expecting it. And this is how I want my relationship to happen, when like, man, where did you come from? That organic connection. So I'm not out there trying to look and whatever, so yeah.
All right. Jen, what about you?
Tell y'all.
Like, we have talked about
Yeah,
this.
you know, me and you, Chels, we've talked about this at work, just in natural conversation. But I just feel like you meet people, you meet a man, you come off strong, but then the inconsistency starts to happen. You know, you're showing me all of these lovely things that you can bring, but then as time goes, I don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
So right now for me, and I'm 44, and you know, Kevin mentioned his age, so I'm 44, and it's been about, I would say about 4 years since I've really been in that hardcore relationship.
Where do you find that it fizzles out though?
For me, it comes when the texts start getting slower or the phone calls start getting slower. The energy you're gonna give, I'm gonna give it right back to you. So if I feel like you don't want to communicate anymore, I'm not gonna press
But are you dating? Or have you guys dated in person?
Yes,
Have
definitely
you
dated in
been
person.
intimate?
Yeah. Let's be real. Let's be real. Yes,
Okay.
yes, because I got to that point with them, and it's just the communication just starts slacking, and I feel like if you want to do you, go do you, but don't drag me along in this relationship. Either we're going to work it out and we're going to make it happen, or we're not.
But you said a key word, relationship. Is it a committed relationship, or is it? Are we still in the dating?
It's,
So
it's committed. It's exclusive. We're not, and that's one thing with me. Once we, we're dating.
See,
We're dating. But Chanel, they agree with it.
Okay, they agree.
They do agree
Okay,
with it.
let's
No,
say-
I don't press them. I don't
Okay.
press them to, like once we do this,
Okay.
but it's a mutual
Understanding.
conversation
Okay.
and understanding.
Okay.
But it just fizzles out, and I find myself just in these streets, the dating pool that's full of pee and regrets. Basically.
Yes.
It's just sad because I'm like you. I want what would happen. Why you have to be on Hinge and Tinder and all of these apps? Why you can't? As social as I am, being in a sorority, being in different clubs, very church going. Why can't you meet organically anymore? And it's hard. It's like you're gonna stare at me all this time and don't say nothing. Like what is it?
Yeah, that.
So, the whole idea of going to these different places just to date, whether it be to a bar or to a party, those days no longer exist. Okay?
Yeah.
So people,
I'm seeing that.
Yes.
I'm seeing that.
Before you even consider dating, the first thing that you have to do is tap into purpose. And while you're operating and being intentional about that, you come in contact with like-minded people.
Okay.
You're not even looking to date them.
Right.
But you're having a conversation about whatever it is that you're doing, and then you're like, uh-oh, he's interesting.
Yeah. I'm digging him.
Right. And so then you develop a connection at that point.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
But Chanel, to get to that, how are you even starting a conversation though? If no one is like approaching anyone, and I've done it, and it didn't work out in my favor.
Yeah, is
Because
it-
I don't want to just sit there if I feel like I can be the one to start this
But see,
conversation.
the conversation has nothing to do with dating. It's about whatever it is that you're doing. Say if it's on this set, right, and there's a producer. You guys are talking about chatting with Chelsea.
Right.
You know, you're not talking about getting together, but as the conversation ensues, and you're like, oh, I want to know more about this person. And so you have that in common, so it's not forced. It's easy.
Right.
Yeah, right. Well, we want to redistribute these odds with some more relationship talk coming up after this break. Singles is heating up with the queen of relationship talk, Chanel Scott, back here to help us, please. All right, so you were saying we're not really finding what we're looking for on the apps. Nushin, you've been on the apps, and you have stories to tell.
So I never get on the apps, but it was like a dare or something that they did to me. So I got on the apps.
They did it.
And and I didn't even do Houston, I did Dallas. So I said I was in Dallas, and right away, it was like fresh meat, so your phone's like ding, ding, ding. But two that I screenshotted was LB, and he said, come to me. That
Oh.
was his message.
Okay. Was
And
that
then-
it?
That's it.
Oh.
The foolishness.
I'm on my way.
Already.
I'm on my way, LB. You wait on me. Then Steven said, "You're so beautiful. Let's go to dinner. We eat. I make you laugh. You get treated like a princess. You won't regret it. Let me show you how you should have been treated from the very beginning."
Oh, you don't like that.
That's
Look,
too
I'm all
much.
like, oh, you know?
I know. I was like, oh, that is so
He
cute.
can't he was straight up though. He was straight up.
Because
said no.
he can easily be a narcissist.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
How do you
It's
say
a
that?
love
Yeah.
bombing
That's
situation.
very much.
Oh.
He's
Yeah.
giving way too much too soon.
Or you got
Yeah.
that from a card somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
that's
he
just
some
did, he
instructions.
sent this out to
Chat
5 girls
GPT.
at the same time, guaranteed.
Okay, all right.
many instructions.
I want to hear, G-Man and Kevin, what kind of message do you send?
So I'm like him, super organic, because I'm in love with what I do. So I feel like if I'm in love with what I do and I meet people in that way, then I think it'll fall in line. But if I'm sending a message, like social media has made it real tricky because there's nothing but beautiful women online, right? And then online is tricky too because you might not look the same in person.
Right.
So
That.
we see you online.
right
We
there.
see you online, and then I hear all the time, you know, women get mad because they might show some skin, and then you're mad at a guy for how he might approach, which I don't think that gives a guy any reason to approach you that way. But we're looking and we're like, okay, she's beautiful. I like, you know, conservative stuff like that, but I'm just only seeing stuff from online. So I think if I was to message, it still would be something kind of along maybe with what I'm already doing or something that's outside of the norm because I know what guys are going to send you automatically, right? So if it's something that you like or something that we can come together and have like a cool media for like the first few times.
So what is it?
What is it?
What's your message, G-Man? What's your message?
For me,
Give an example.
You're beautiful is played out. It can't be like you're
Yeah,
beautiful.
'cause I know I am.
What I will do is, I will do this, to be honest. I will see something that's intriguing and then mention it. I might look at your
Okay.
story, see you riding a bike downtown. I'm like, oh, you like to ride a bike? So that's cool. What kind of bike is that? I'm going to throw something that's kind of like...
Something different.
That's good.
Look
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, because I don't like the Tinder type apps because of
Yeah.
that. You can't really, like, I'd rather see you in action somehow.
Yeah,
Because
right.
my new strategy has actually been that compared to like getting your phone number. I get your phone number and ask you a million questions. But if I get your social or some type of profile, I can see, oh, she went to Texas State. She's half white, her mama's white. Like I can see, and then when I ask these questions, it makes it a lot easier for you to open up and already tell me. So it's helped, but then it's kind of like people get kind of antisocial too by
I think that's good.
Chanel, what do you think about that
Very.
I
strategy?
think it's a double-edged sword. I mean, because on the one hand, if you're going to date, so I don't subscribe to the whole dating via app.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Instagram is not dating.
Because
It's
when
social.
you're on an app, you may see someone that's attractive, but then when you see them in person, it's something
Right.
completely
Yeah.
different. Their disposition is different. You're like, who is this?
Yeah.
Then you may see someone on the street that may not be as attractive, but when you have that conversation, you're like, oh, they're very
internal.
intriguing.
It's the
Yeah,
internal.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
This can fade after so long.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But then it's a double-edged sword because if you are going to do an app, the story that the guy gave, I still would have responded. Obviously, you want to vet any situation that you go in when you meet someone online or in person. But I still would have gave it a shot. But I would have just taken mental notes, just to see, okay, what
Like
is
you
this
could
person?
say, do you send this to everybody?
You could
I
say
have
that.
done that before. I have said that. Is this your go-to message? Copy and paste.
Yes. Yeah, so I wouldn't have written it off right away, but I would have shot back with something just to see how he responds.
Okay, I like that. Give a little, give him a chance.
I already asked him.
So wait,
She
you
already
asked
asked
him?
him.
Already blocked.
But
Can't
like you
even-
said, like it's not as like back in the day. That culture you say us hooking up
Yes.
like that is kind of over. So now what do you do?
Kind of.
Yeah.
All we have is online.
It's
Yeah,
definitely over.
G-Man.
It's no, you got the clubs and the sections. Now we're all apart. Now I see you from across the way. It's not as organic as just walking up. Hey, how you doing? You know.
What
So
are you seeing while you're like out and about?
That's. I mean,
It's-
it's literally not what I'm seeing. Honestly, is like the guy saying, "Give me this," and then the lady saying, "Give me that." So it's like take and take more than just give and take a lot of times. Like,
Ooh, okay. We're gonna take a break, and then I want you to get in on that because we're hearing that a lot now.
Yes.
All right, guys. We'll be right back after this. Okay, we're back with our singles. This is the first time we're doing this show. We got a lot of things to talk about already. So G-Man was saying how it feels like everybody wants something for something nowadays in the dating scene. What's your response to that?
That is true. Not my generation. I'm 50, but the generation behind me, women want money. They make it very, very clear. That's why I said that the whole idea of how we used to connect just based off of physical attraction, that doesn't exist anymore. In order to meet someone of substance, you're going to have to tap into that whole idea of purpose, similar goals and values, and then you're connected on something much deeper than, oh, I think you're fine, or she's fine, or, you know, this, that, the other. But no, absolutely. And then not only do women want money, but men want money too.
Oh, yeah.
Men
We're
they,
seeing that.
you know, back in the day, they didn't so much care about how much money a woman has, but nowadays, men want women who have money. I've even been asked some years ago, well, what do you bring to the table by a man? It took me 3 years to understand what he meant, because I bring the table, so I didn't understand what he meant.
Let's talk about that.
And when I finally understood it, we revisited the conversation, and I wanted to get a better understanding, but he was young. But they do look for what do you bring to this situation.
Kevin, you were complaining about the art of communication being lost, to even be able to get to that point on, you know, purpose and get deeper.
Well, like this lovely lady here, I grew up in an era, came around when we used to walk up to a lady and say, hey, how are you doing? My name is Kevin. Can I get your number? Write it down and call you. No texting, call you. Because behind the text messages, you can be whoever you think, you know, that person want to be. You can say what you want to say. A lot of people now are socially awkward. To the point where it makes you uncomfortable. You're like, you know what, I can't do this.
Yeah. So, I don't want to just complain. Like, what do we do? What do we do with that? Because a lot of people are just used to being able to hide behind a screen.
It goes back to purpose. Right? Whether it doesn't even have to be your career, it could be a hobby. It could be, I enjoy riding bikes. You know, let me join a bike club. So it's not pressure to like get to know each other in a romantic way, but I'm just really getting to know you and what you like and what you dislike. You know, so then in the course of that conversation, as the exchange is happening, you're in your mind saying, you know what, okay, I want to know more. And then you may ask for the phone number. You may say, well, it's nice meeting you. And keep it moving.
At what point do you clarify? Like, this has moved from us just, you know, getting to know each other to like, hey, like, I want to date you.
You're tracking the relationship when you're watching the exchange between, you know, now you're talking, now you've invited me out.
Say that.
You know, and then
initiative. Say it.
Just want to hear it.
Give people time to vet.
See, I'll be like this.
We don't. As women, we don't give men the opportunity to vet. We don't. We decide that we like you and now we want to take it to the next level. But what I have learned is that just like women, we are on this journey, they are too. They have goals, they have purpose, they have all these things they want to pursue as well. So you have to give them the space to be able to decide, you know, if I want to take it to the next level.
How long do you give them that space?
It's different for everyone.
Because she said,
A year, 2, 4.
I'm not even anywhere near that.
I feel like most men, in my opinion, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, y'all know what you want within the first couple of weeks if it has potential to go to the next level. Now, obviously, you got to do some more investigation, but you know, like, you put women in categories. Like, if she's date worthy, she's relationship material, someone I want to kick it with.
Like, morally for me, it's like, okay, what do you believe in? Or like, where are you at? Because I can grow with anybody. Friendship, relationships is not just boyfriend, girlfriend type deal. That's friendships is a relationship. Are we on the same page? Can we grow? You see a lot of friendships go away because y'all just never were really on the same page. You were doing stuff out of just hype or just, you never had nobody to tell you something, so you thought what they said was right and things like that. And I know that by the first conversation.
My best relationship was we were friends first.
That
was one of my best relationships. And it was just the distance. He's in Atlanta, I'm in Houston. So that we traveled, but that kind of got expensive. Yeah, and it never just meshed.
The worst thing you can do, though, as a lady, is to pressure a man to do anything, because that's going to run him away. We do everything, like she said, we do everything in our time.
But then there's also a difference between chemistry and compatibility. We can have chemistry all day long, but we may not be compatible. A man can like you, but he has to see value in you. And just because us women who are successful, we're educated, we got this, we got that, that may not be valuable to him. So it has to be some value there, right?
How do you communicate those values without I guess, coaching the other person about what you want. Because a lot of times we might run into a case where somebody likes us, we start these conversations, and they're just becoming the person that they think we want instead of just presenting themselves as themselves.
It takes time. You can't rush it. It has to be organic. We're getting to know each other. There's an equal exchange of information, and it just takes time. We can't like make it move any faster than what it needs to. But if what I have learned too, because that video, the phone where how the girl said, I like him, I want to progress.
Yeah.
If a man likes you, he is going to call you. You don't have to work, you don't have to wait and be like, oh my God, he ain't interested. If he's not texting you, he's not calling you, then he's not really trying to get to know you.
I feel like the younger generation is a little bit more aggressive, and the older generation is like where they still, the old values, you know, the man comes up to the woman, ask her on a date, and we're kind of stuck in the middle of like they're not doing that anymore, but then the younger ones are going aggressively to the older, you know, you're someone your age, and they're ruining that factor. And so you definitely have to put yourself in different places to where you make sure you meet a man that is on the level that you're looking for, because even like we do as my single friends, one, you don't go out with all your girls at once because men are not going to try to come up and talk to you with a group. You got to be 1 to 2 tops.
They're gonna be like, who should I choose?
You got to you got to look friendly and open. And then one of the places that I think that I've always found success is like at a restaurant bar, a hotel bar. Yeah, where businessmen are going to be, and that are probably going to be by themselves.
What you're looking for, the demographic you're looking. What is that, Face Kevin?
You say hotel bars. You just gonna start going to hotel bars.
Like,
I mean, but I'm just saying that's where I've been successful.
You like town or you in town?
So out of town, but if you try it in your own city, why not?
But be clear if that's what you like, because I do not support doing something outside of yourself to meet someone. You'll get frustrated every time.
Okay, all right.
When it doesn't happen.
Well, that's a good starting place then.
I'm talking about restaurant bar. Restaurant bar. More than a hotel bar.
Well, we know where you'll be looking. Okay, all right. We'll be right back after this.